Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at the NECA Terminator Genisys T-800 Guardian figure. This is basically just the old Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator. I got this because of how cool the T2 Ultimate T-800 was. I was hoping this one would be. This is not one of the ultimate style figures, but it's still pretty darn good. It's not quite as cool as the other Terminator, the T-800, but it's still a pretty darn good figure, so we're going to take a look at it. Also, I'd like to point out, I'm using a gray background because some of you complained about the white background, even though I prefer the white background personally. And I wanted to give this a shot so we could take a look at it. I don't personally care for it. I don't think it looks that good having a gray background. And technically the white background is not brighter than like the white monitor, white screen on YouTube other than the video. So it's like the exact same color, but some people complain about it. So we're giving it a shot. You guys can let me know what you think about the gray background. I don't know. It's okay either way. I don't really care. Okay, so let's take a look at the Terminator. He stands roughly about 18.5 centimeters, which makes him just about 7.25 inches. So pretty decent size on him. He only comes with one accessory, and that is his shotgun, which is nicely detailed. It looks pretty good. Some nice paint application, some nice sculpt. Looks pretty nice, and he can hold it fairly well. You can get his finger in it for the most part, so that's okay. But we're going to get rid of that for now. As far as the rest of the figure goes, it's okay. I'm not sure how I feel about the head sculpt. It mostly looks like Arnold, but from some angles it's better than others. It's okay. It's not bad. I'm pretty happy with it. Like from the side it looks a lot better than it does directly head on, but it's not bad at all. You can see we have some really nice sculpt work in the jacket, the zipper, the wrinkles, the seams, everything sculpted. All the little buttons and zippers are painted. We have gold and silver on there. The hood is a separate piece, so it doesn't have any paint problems at all. More zippers on the back. Lots of nice sculpt work throughout. More pouches and everything like that. Really can't complain about this figure too much in the terms of sculpt or paint. As far as articulation goes, the head is on a double ball peg on top of the neck. It doesn't have the best range though, because as you can see, the sculpt brings it pretty low down on the neck, which helps in terms of looks, but in terms of posability, it does limit it. You only get a little bit side to side, mostly just a swivel, and just a little bit up and down. For the shoulders, they're pretty stiff and pretty limited. They don't go up too far. You can rotate them around pretty far, so that's okay. No bicep swivel except down here in the elbow. So you get your hinge there, which actually has about 90 degrees, so that's alright. And then we get our bicep swivel down there. The wrists are on ball pegs. They don't have the best range of motion, but it's sufficient. He technically has, as far as I can tell, and I didn't think this was the case at first, he has an ab crunch underneath his shirt. You can bend him down and bend him back, but it's super limited, so don't count on using that for a whole lot of posability. We do have a waist twist. We have T-jointed ball hinge hips, which go pretty far up, because you can see here, the crotch is a soft floating crotch, which is really cool on a figure this scale. Decent range out to the side, and you have your thigh swivel built in there, so pretty much all the range of motion you would need in the hips you have. We have a hinge in the knee, which gives him almost 90 degrees, which is pretty good, and it does rotate there as well. Nice seamless hinge. I like the way they did that. It looks pretty good. And then for the ankles, it's a ball peg. It's pretty limited though. You don't get a whole lot of range of motion out of it other than a swivel. So that also limits it. You're mostly going to just have him in a pretty much static, straight up and down type of pose. Nice paintwork throughout though. So here's the thing. It's fairly limited in the posing options, but it does look really darn good in terms of sculpt and paint. So I suppose most of you are going to be pretty happy with it if you're collecting the Terminator figures. Just don't expect him to get in any pretty dynamic poses. It's not going to happen, which you know, that's gonna be the case with figures of this variety sometimes. So that's all right. Not quite as cool as the Ultimate T-800, but still a pretty darn good figure. And I do believe they're coming out with a variant of this with the beat up head. I'm not so sure about that, but I think they are. Anyway, I'll be probably reviewing it if they do, so stick around for that, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my other figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.